Okay, so this recording will not be ready probably until the end of the week. My husband is still in Canada, so we're going to, uh, if they missed it, they missed it. They'll get it, later on, and I will try to remember to send it. If you guys want to help me remember by the end of the week to get Andy to download it when he gets home, that would be great. All right, so we want to talk tonight about selling 101 because I know some of you have actually asked me about why don't we have more products on the closing sheet that comes in your starter kit. And Mary Kay has always, skincare is our bread and butter, and so that's why we always lead with skincare no matter what your theme party is. And so a lot of us create our own closing sheets just because it fits our style, the things that we are excited about. And even if you're not excited about the products that are on my closing sheet, there's a really great tool that's on InTouch under business tools, and it's under create your own. You can create your own placemat and things like that with the products that you like to show. So one thing I always want to say, and I've said this in some of our other videos, if you've watched it, you'll find it deep-rooted in a lot of our training, is that never, ever, ever bring out a lookbook at your parties. Ever, never. It will bring your sales down from average $100 a face to, no lie, about $25. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. And it's just a confused mind does nothing. If you'll think back to some of the parties that you've gone to from other direct sales, and it's overwhelming. They hand out these thick, catalogs. They show you a few things and you're on board, and then you get this thick catalog, and then you just kind of you shut down. I shut down. And so certain personalities, there's only one personality that can process it and go through, and it's that C personality, but you don't know who's going to be at your party. And so it's best to control your sale. And that's what we want to teach you tonight, is how to control your sale. When you control the sale, you control a lot of things, okay? You already know what to bring to your parties, okay? Because you've coached the class, you know who's going to be there, you know whether they're oily or dry, combination of oily, whatever, normal, and you know what you're going to show, okay? You sell what you show, and it makes it very simple. It's in sets, and you've explained it. And the great thing about our system and our unit in our area is that we also display it in our party chat books. We walk you through it. As they're putting it on, you're talking about it, you're showing before and afters, you're talking to them about how it works. I'm getting to the products in just a second. And you are leading them into that sale. It's just smart. And that's why those of us who are in the field and we use these tools, we sell a lot of product. We get our customers on products head to toe. Great products that are going, if they use them together correctly, they're going to see amazing results. And that's why your reorder business is going to skyrocket. Okay, what you're doing is you're increasing the ticket. And so your party chat book educates them. You follow through, walk them through it. And then as you're talking about it, you're showing the full size. They're getting to try it. We're going to talk about these things that are must in your roll-up bag. And then you show them the roll-up bag and how each pocket velcros out, and you can keep everything organized. It's on a hook, and it's dishwasher safe. You snap it, you roll it up, you're ready to go on a big trip. And so that gets them hooked. You've showed them the sets, you educated them on the set, they've tried the sets, you showed them the benefits of buying the sets, which is the roll-up bag for free when they purchase any 3 sets. And guess what? You sell sets. They take it home, they start using it, they're using it right, you have product on hand, so they start using it that night, because if you have to make them wait 5, 6, 7, 8 days, maybe longer sometimes, they forgot the order of application. Now you've got to help them remember, okay? But sometimes we call that growing pains when people just cannot start with product, but that's a whole nother Zoom class. But that is, the method to our madness of why we are so strategic in our area about having the closing sheets, okay? So I want to say just a few other things before we talk about the closing sheet. So it's easy to know what to bring to your class. You're not ever going to get the lookbook out. So I want to educate you just a second about the lookbook. The company mails the lookbooks to you quarterly, or not to you, to your customers quarterly if you participate in the preferred customer program. That is how your customers get the books. Now, when they're a new customer and I facial them at that initial appointment, they do not get a book, okay, if I met them at the party. When I do their second appointment, and if it's one-on-one, I leave them a book, okay? I'm still controlling the sale. I leave them a book. If I met them one-on-one at a facial, I did the facial, I sold them. Usually when I do a facial, if it's one-on-one, I do skincare and glamour, and I sell sometimes anywhere from $200 to $500 a face. I average more per face at a facial because I get them hooked on the whole thing. I think my highest facial was $560. And so I leave a book afterwards. They're on everything that I want them to be on. I've seen their skin. I know what they need, the supplements I show, and then I leave them a book, and then that gets them used to getting the book every quarter. All right, so knowing what you're going to sell, you know what to order on your shelf, in your inventory. I don't have everything. Like if you came to my store right now and said, oh gosh, what do I not have? Oil mattifier. I don't show that a lot anymore. It's a great product because our skincare is working so well. Right now, all of our oil control stuff's working well. I don't sell that a lot. So if you ordered that out of a catalog, I wouldn't have it. I don't show it, so I don't have it. Another thing I don't have right now is the oil control hydrating gel. It's not winter, and I think there's so many other products that are great for hydration now that we have that I don't show it, and it's not on my shelf. I control everything because we know what's best for our customers. All right, so here's how when you are closing someone, and we're going to talk about my closing sheet in a second, and they say this, and they will say this: I love it all. I can't take it all home tonight. And they get those words from you. If money were no object, what would you want to take home tonight? And they say, I want it all, but I can't take it home tonight. Here are the most professional words that you can say. Okay, what is your beauty budget tonight? And I will help you customize what I think is vital for you to start with that is in your beauty budget. Okay, I'm going to try to say that again. Tell me what your budget is tonight, and I will help customize a regimen that I think is vital for you to take home that is within your beauty budget that will get you on a road to healthy skin. See, I can't even say it the same way. It all comes out the same. You put it all in a melting pot and it comes out the same. But those words: vital, your beauty budget, healthy skin, and customize. Those are your 4 keywords. Ever how you say it, that's what you want to come across. Now, all right, so creating supplements. So we all know, unless you're doing a generation makeover party. What is a generation makeover party? All right, somebody, hold on just a second. Somebody's got some clicking. Just a second. Okay, all right. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so We all know, unless you're doing a theme makeover like Generation Makeovers, you're going to be leading with the Miracle Set 3D. Now, Generation Makeovers, we should probably do a Zoom on that. That's where you've got a family and they've got the mother, they've got the grandmother there, they've got the teenage daughters, they've got the aunts, and you've got every generation, 4 generations under one roof. That's where you want to show botanicals, you want to show 3D Miracle Set 3D, you want to talk about the clear proof, you want to show the volume firm. You got to know your stuff to do that. If you want to see me in action, book one of those. And because I've done them and I love them, because you're making everybody happy and you're showing Mary Kay's products at its finest, that we take you through the seasons of your life with your skin, and you evolve into the next stage with our skincare line, and it stays. We don't change it. If we change it, it's because we've enhanced it and made it better. And so those are fun parties. But if you're not doing one of those, you are going to always lead with Miracle Set 3D. And if you're looking at my closing sheet, and if you don't have these, we will box them again, and you can get Dropbox so you can receive all these large files. Top of this is our skincare: Body Firm, Miracle Set 3D, Beauty Budget. This is a good start for a beauty budget: cleanser and a day cream, and then serum, or clear proof, and then the botanicals. Okay, and so luckily the botanicals is $4 cheaper, and it's in a prettier packaging. But I'm not ready to change my closing sheet yet, and because it doesn't matter about the color, it's still botanicals. And then down here I have my supplements. It's important that you get them on a skincare regimen, one of these, and then supplements. And this is what I want to talk about right now, because when we talk about you sell 3 sets and you get your bag for free. So your first set, I let them count either the Volume Firm or the 3D set as 2 sets. Actually, the Volume Firm is $205. I let them count as 3 sets, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about your basic skincare. So your regular skincare classes. So you got your 3D, and that's going to count as 2 sets. What you want to do to increase your ticket is you have now shown your clear proof mask, your serum C and your toning lotion, your facial peel, and your microdermabrasion. And so those are very, very important, that those are the ones that you show. So your toning lotion and your serum C, I talk about these as partner products. Now here's what we're going to do for the next 3 Sundays. I'm going to do a live skincare class again. It's going to be recorded. I'm actually going to show product. I'm going to walk you through my party chat book, so you'll have time to get yours printed if you don't. And then Marianne's going to do one the next week, and then the following week Trinity's going to do hers. So we're going to have 3 full skincare classes ready for you on Zoom. Now here's what I want to challenge you. You already know that we're going to be doing these skincare classes. Why not bring a neighbor over, a friend over, or a customer over to sit with you, and you do a live facial while we're walking through the products, and you're just squirting and passing. I guarantee you we're going to sell product for you on Zoom for the next 3 Sundays. You want to make money? Think outside the box. That's what I love about this business. It is not a cookie cutter mold. All these other direct sales, I don't know whether you know it or not, it's cookie cutter. We could sell on the go, on Zoom, out of our truck. I lifted my truck at school Thursday, and this lady comes running, y'all, and she said, I had been trying to figure out who drove the pink Cadillac for 1.5 years, and I kept sitting here, and I kept telling my husband every day we'd pick up our kids, somebody has got to come out and go get in that car. She goes, and then I see you lift up your minivan, and I see all your Mary Kay. And I said, I have to explain why you never see me get in the pink Cadillac. I said, my boys always learned how to drive they learned how to drive in the pink Cadillac because it was our safest car. So that's why it was always parked at school. I said, what you didn't see was in the mornings, they would drive, I would drive the minivan, I would wait on them to get to school, and I would get out of my minivan and go get my pink Cadillac and go do my appointments. And she was laughing. And so So that's what I'm talking about. It's so unique. You just lift your trunk and people see Mary Kay and they come running. And so I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, so you're showing your supplements, okay? You are showing that. We're going to talk about that. You're showing what you sell. You are controlling your sale. You're leaving the peel on your hand for 10 minutes, the mask on the face for 10 minutes, or vice versa. I always let them pick. Then you can take after you do the peel, I suggest you go over the peel with your microdermabrasion, okay? Because you need to show that if you can alternate those 3 supplements every other night, you'll have the cleanest pores anybody has ever seen, because those are amazing partner products together. And so that is what I mean by controlling the sale. So now up here it's got choose your spa treatments, any 2 from $80 to $135. And so they get to pick their 2 and they add it to their skincare. We call it our basic, $110, and boom, you've gone from $110 a face or $50 a face to now no less than $190 and above per face. And we haven't even got to the foundation yet. That's your second appointment. And so that's how you increase your ticket and you control the sale. And then that roll-up bag is your friend. If you haven't found someone to do your vinyl monogramming, we never pay more than $5. Find it, because women in the South, I hope women are like this all over, they go nuts over monogram. Marianne, are they not excited about monogram in Ohio?
It's not as popular yet. It's catching on, and my Ohio people, we're making it popular.
Okay, good. Because, here's what you need to let them know. They do not know that the last name goes in the middle. Because I had an Alaska customer, and she thought that was the strangest thing in the world. And so I'm like, this is how it's done. Your name is your last name is the name that you bear, your family, and who you represent. So it's a Southern thing. All right. Southern pride, right? All right. So now let's talk a little bit about, as you increase your ticket, your repeat business is going to increase, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. Back in the day when I was new with about 35, 60 customers, whatever, 100 customers, and I would have my one-day sale, it would be anywhere from $500 to $800. Now, if I have a one-day sale, it's anywhere from $1,700 to $2,300, $2,600, because I've slowly increased what my customers have worn head to toe. And so when that repeat business is coming in, you always want to reward them for their loyalty, for picking up that phone and giving you that order and being loyal. And so when you go to section 2, there's that little section that says deluxe minis. And you keep, they're $2 and $3 each. They're mini mascaras, mini serum C's, mini eye makeup removers. And I do not give those out at my parties or my facials, because my time is invested at that appointment. But in a reorder, okay, a repeat business, like, let me see if I've got a big one right here. Joy Caldwell, yes. No, that was not a big one. Okay. Actually, $211. Here's a reorder for $211. Yes, I'm going to give her a mini. She's going to get a serum C and probably, hey, Ryan, she's going to get a serum C. Oh, by the way, Ryan has said that after he's finished with this semester, he will do Growing Up Pink class on Zoom. Isn't that exciting? He did a speech on Growing Up Pink at school last year, so he's going to talk to you guys about all those things that we talked about last week that he's learned growing up. So it's going to be awesome. All right, so back to the minis. And so I always keep those, and I put them in their little bag, and do a little thank you note. Do a thank you for your business. I appreciate your business. I've talked about this before. Jennifer Dixon, my other Offspring sales director, she is so good about, she wraps her her reorders and has like a little seal on it, like tissue paper, and puts them in a cute little bag. I just ordered some more cute little bags from Nashville Wraps. I want to show you. Hang on. All right, so here are my Nashville Wraps. So I've got these fun little plastic bags, the big ones. These are the size or row. It's called Rose. And then this size is called Cub, and it's chalk. You can actually write with a chalk marker. And so these are my fall baggies that I've gotten. And this is another size called Cub. And so my customers always make a comment about my bags. They say, oh my gosh, I just love your bags. And you guys have heard my story. My sister, my middle sister, did not start buying for me until Christmas would be 2 years ago. So I spent almost 16 years in Mary Kay without my sister's support. And she came over one day for a facial and gave her a little bag. And then like she ordered 3 more times before March. And I dropped off her products and she said, you know why I keep ordering? And I said, no, because you didn't order for 16 years. She goes, I love your cute little bags. Like, okay. And I thought, I'm going to spend the money on these bags from now on. I just started doing those cute little bags. I'm not saying that you've got to do them, but it makes people smile, and you put some little tissue in there, especially if you've got a customer that you're delivering to their office. If you pick up a new customer and she works, you always want to say, oh, let me bring it to your office and let me bring your girlfriend some samples. That's network marketing, and run with that. Okay, we've talked about that before, how to sell, how to get new customers and things like that. And then do a drawing and you got their names and you book them. Okay, you book them. Don't ever settle for that. Let me hand you a catalog and you order out of that catalog. Remember that is a courtesy purchase all day long. Drop your sale down to $15, $20, $25. Before I turn it over to Marianne, I want to tell you, I was actually doing a party for one of Marianne's gals before Marianne was the sales director. She had 11 people there. We were closing the party. We had closed out the first 9, and we were up to $900. I average $100 a face when I have product to sell. We were up to $900, and this consultant's aunt came in, and she's like, I'm not going to use her correct name, Debbie, where is that book that you had? And I'm like, nope. I'm like trying to tell her, no. And she tells her, she gets that book, and there were 2 people left to close, the aunt and her friend. My sales went down to $25 per person. They got confused, and then it became a courtesy purchase. And we didn't hit 1,100 like we should have. We were on target for $1,100 a face. Do not get those books out. Now, once again, it's easy to stock your shelves when you know what you're selling, you know what you're bringing. Most importantly, use the product. Okay, Marianne's going to talk about image and stuff in just a second, but I learned the products. I know some of you you don't feel like you're very fluent in the product or what it does or when to use it or the application order. It's because you're not using it. You've got to use it every single night, every single day. When I was a brand new consultant, ordered my starter kit, it came in, and I threw every single thing that wasn't Mary Kay away, and I've never put anything else on my face ever again. So, and I used it, so I know what it did. Now, I'm not oily, so I don't use the oily products, but I was always good about asking my oily customers to give me feedback on products that I could not put on my face so that I would know. Okay, so hold on. So the confidence comes in the doing and the fear comes in the thinking. So if you're doing it on yourself, it's like doing a facial every day because you're doing the steps and all the words are going to come. That's what your note cards are for. So here's the thing. We talked about this. Skincare is our bread and butter, and that's why we never lead without it. And that's why it's always the first appointment. Your second appointment is always the glamour. And if they bring a friend, you're going to lead with their skincare with them. Be confident in your company. Be confident in the product. know the history of this company. We're debt free. We do over 500,000 tests every single year alone. You defend this company to the core. Sometimes you're going to get some negative Nellies at your parties. And you know what? That's okay. They say they're allergic to everything. Why in the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. Why in the heck you come to a party that you're allergic to things? I don't know. That'd be like me going to a shrimp party. I'm not going to a shrimp party. I can't eat shrimp. And so I don't get it. But some people want to steal your joy or be the center of attention, and those people I skip over. I'm like, that's okay, you don't have to put it on. But just so you know, there's no way that you're allergic to everything in our line, because if, for example, you don't put the same ingredients in your chocolate cake that you put in your lasagna, and neither do we. And so if you would just really give me time, I could really figure out what that one thing is you're allergic to, and that would save you years of struggling and not wearing anti-aging products, and you're going to look so much younger. Oh, no, you wouldn't want to say that. Because now you've just offended her. I've probably said that before. But you stand up for, there's no way anybody's allergic to everything in our product line. That's the fact. And so if they still don't want to try it, I skip over them. And what I found is when they see that everybody's having a good time, then they want to join in. And then you catch them up. All right. And then, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Marianne and then Trinity. All right. Sorry, guys. I didn't think I was going to take that.
Okay. You're fine. Can you hear me okay? Michelle, can you hear me okay? Okay, great. So I want to remind you guys that you attract what you expect. And so I want you really to think about, what do you expect? And I know in the beginning of my business, when I didn't have any confidence in myself, number one, and number two, in the company, just because I hadn't learned about it yet, I didn't know about it as much. You know, I didn't expect a whole lot. I didn't come into this business to sell, so I didn't expect to sell anything. And so it did take a little while for me to learn how to sell and not feel like I was bothering people, even though they were buying skincare and makeup all the time anyway. So why wouldn't they want to buy with me, you know? And so think about that. Think about what you're thinking about. And so you have a high-end boutique, okay? I want you to start seeing yourself that way, because when you know all those facts and what Michelle just said, and if you go online and, you know, look and see all the amazing things that we do and who uses our product and Project Runway and all the commercials, like, we're fancy, okay? And so I want you to see yourself that way always. And so I just made a couple of star notes. So your image, I have people who tell me all the time, you always look so nice. One lady, she came to my house to just pick up product, and she said, do you always look like a 1950s housewife? And I mean, what a great compliment, because, you know, they always just look pristine and perfect. And y'all know I wear a messy bun every day. I don't fix my hair. And yet people think I look awesome. It's because I carry myself well. I put on a dress or skirt every single day, and I throw on a color lipstick. I might only have on like foundation, mascara, but I have on colored lips, and therefore it makes me look amazing in like 2 seconds. Okay. So I don't always look like this, but everybody thinks I does. And that's my image that I portray. And they want to be like that, because when they make compliments like that, what it means is they realize they don't look like that right now. And sometimes it kind of can make them feel insecure, but that's why they're buying my products. It's because they want to look like me. And so I portray that image, you know? And so, yes, I do have to make a little more effort than I used to, you know, 4 years ago when I first started working. And so I don't go anywhere if I can help it looking like a bum, because then I think, what if my next customer, I'm going to walk by and she's not going to notice me because I don't have on any makeup and I have on flip-flops and sheer shorts. Like, I'm going to miss out, you know? And so as much as I can, I try to get ready in the morning. So I'm always ready no matter what's going to happen. Even if I don't plan on leaving that day, like if I'm working at home, then if something changes and a customer's like, hey, I have a makeup emergency and I need to run out of the house, then I can. I don't have to take time to get ready. So I love the phrase, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So prepare ahead of time. Preparing is so important. So if you need to, like when I go to bed, I've already picked out my outfit. I think about what makeup I'm going to wear the next day. That's just me. So that's what my brain works. Alrighty. Another thing with that image, with trying everything, you learn your own testimonies. So like Samantha, she's been doing a test on herself with the toning lotion to get rid of her stretch marks. She's had these stretch marks for 2 years, and within 1 month, they started to disappear. Like 2-year-old scars are healing because of the toning lotion. If she wasn't trying it, she probably would never know. So you've got to have your own personal testimonies. Chloe used to have really bad scars on her chin, and she would cover it up with concealer all the time. When she started using our solution within 4 months, those 10-year-old scars disappeared because our products works. With the lipsticks, I wear them all the time, so I know that they last all day long. So when people ask me, is it long wearing? I say yes. When they ask me about other companies that have, brands that stay all day, I let them know. I said, it's soft. You don't have to use a different product to remove them, so you're saving money. And, they're not bad for your lips. They condition your lips. So it's a win-win-win, all right? But I wouldn't know that if I didn't wear them. So that's why you got to wear them. Going back to a couple of things Michelle said with the closing sheet and the book, notice they go together. So be aware that even though online you might see a lot of really cool ideas on Pinterest, you can't always copy and paste, because if your presentation doesn't match your closing sheet, you're setting people up for failure. So just be aware. That's why Michelle created that closing sheet and that book to go together. So just think about, if you decide to create something of your own, make sure your presentation and your closing sheet go together. Have a mindset that you want everyone to be head to toe in your Mary Kay. Before, I didn't think like that. I thought, it was so silly. Like, I thought, well, maybe she'll want to wear my mascara, and that's great, but I don't want to bother her about anything else. And like now I'm thinking, okay, what is she not on? Okay, how can I talk to her about getting on, the body care now? And I think of ways to create conversation with my customers. Like, I go after that, and I'm not pushy about it. I'm not a pushy person, but I've put some thought into it about what I'm talking about. I'm starting to getting to know some of my friends that aren't customers of mine. I've been having conversations with them online about, hey, I'm taking a skincare survey. What do you currently use to wash your face, and what kind of makeup? And I ask them, what do you like about it? And then, sometimes they'll tell me they don't like it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. Would you consider trying some of our products? We have 100% satisfaction guarantee. And they're like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, well, that was hard. Okay, great. So you just got to ask. So I want all my customers to be head to toe. The glamour look. So like when Michelle was saying, bring certain things, you control the sale. When I'm going to do a glamour appointment, I make sure I know their hair and eye color, and I look in my eyeshadows and I see, okay, what do I have? And what's going to look really good with green eyes? Okay, these are the eyeshadows I'm going to show, because I can sell them to her, because I do not want to place an entire order for an $8 eyeshadow. No. I am going to hand her eyeshadow. She's going to try eyeshadow. If she's going to buy it, she's going to get it because I have it, okay? So that's why I don't have emerald. Nobody likes emerald. Anyway, ask customers to be on your 21-day test panel. So you need results. Just like all these faces that you see online, somebody took a before and after. Like, why don't you have your own before and after people? That's their booking reason. Ask these people, hey, I need to put together a before and after portfolio. I would love to, give you an initial discount for our skincare. Like, if they haven't done this before, be on my 21-day test panel. I need to have a 21% off or whatever. Try this for 21 days. And when you complete that, and do something special or whatever, or do 21% off their next order if they complete it, because if they don't complete it, they don't need a perk. What if you had 10 people on a test panel? Like, that's really awesome. Also, set aside that 10% business expense from your sales. We talked about that in boot camp. But that's just a reminder, that 10% goes to buying things like the bags that Michelle was talking about. I love cute bags, especially if they can reuse them. They're going to want to buy your stuff so they can reuse those bags, so they don't have to buy those bags to giving away. So those were the main things. So attract what you attract what you expect. Think about what you're expecting, and then always stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Awesome, Marianne. All right, Trinity. I know we're running a little late tonight, but y'all, we've got some good stuff in the last week, this week, and the next few weeks.
Hey, I'll be really quick. I'm just going to add a couple of things to what you guys said. You guys literally covered all of my notes, so you did great. First of all, image is everything, and I'm so sorry. I've been really sick today, so I'm not portraying that image, but please do as I say, not as I do, right? Do the whole image. And I feel like the biggest thing with that is your lipstick, because your lipstick is something that can change daily. It can change hourly, however you want it to. But I suggest trying a bold lipstick. So that's going to be my challenge for you this week, because a lot of times we want to play it safe. And if you knew me 5 years ago, before I started this business, I didn't even know what lipstick was. Like, I was like, oh, I guess you could try that. But now I wear purples and I wear reds, And it's all about your confidence level. If you're confident enough to try it, people will see that. And it's so funny, whenever I wear to my school where I teach, whenever I wear a bold lipstick color, I sell products like crazy. It's like people remember. They're like, oh yeah, Trinity does Mary Kay. I'm out of eye makeup remover and cleanser and all of this. And they're not even buying the lipstick necessarily. Sometimes they are, but they're just remembering, oh yeah, I need my products, because they see that bold color. Another thought is to always be prepared. Always be prepared with that knowledge. Just like Michelle and Marianne were saying, actually, this never happens, but it actually happened one time. A customer had just gotten her tax money back, and I didn't meet her. I had met her. She was on the website. She found me. Always have a website. That's going to help with your sales too. Fun fact. And she came to our event that we had that Thursday night. And this woman was just wanting to spend money. Like, she was just trying. So she bought the ultimate volume firm set. And then she was like, okay, so what else do I need? And I was like, oh, well, you need this and this and this. But if I hadn't been prepared with what she could possibly benefit from, then I would have lost out on that sale. So have the knowledge there to know, okay, well, maybe she needs the facial peel. And then on top of that, here's something else she can get, the deep wrinkle filler, things that aren't in that set, so that you can keep selling and upselling. And then the last little tip is that whenever people say, Michelle mentioned earlier about the beauty budget, those are awesome. Definitely use those words. And then whenever they say, there's a ton of things I would love to purchase, but I'm on a beauty budget, right? So you write down their order, and then you can have like a wish list for them, because at Christmas time, when their husband is clueless, God love him, no offense, Richard, and trying to figure out what in the world to get for his wife, you have a wish list of everything that she wants. And so Christmas time comes around, and you're like, hey, I got your back, because now I know exactly what she wants, but she couldn't afford on a regular day-to-day basis. So always keep a wish list. There's actually one on the back of the profile card. You can also get a separate one. There's all kinds of them on Pinterest you can print out. But wish lists are really, really great for following up, because then they get hooked on those products at Christmas, and then they're going to reorder as well. So those are my tips.
Yay! All right, guys. So I hope we've given you enough tips, and we're really super excited about our skincare presentations that we're going to be doing and recording step by step. And so this, like I said, this is recorded. It will be posted at the end of the week. And just go out there and get in the field. There's only so much head knowledge you can use and run with. You've got to get out in the field, put the product on the face, and let those words just spew out of your mouth. And then that's where everything starts to happen, and the confidence will come. All right, guys, good night. Thanks for listening. We're sorry we're late again, but it was some good stuff. Good night, everybody.